Hello channel viewers, I am DS, your psychologist, and welcome to our 301st episode on Channel NITT. As a content creator, I understand that it is a good strategy to produce videos that are hype and hit now, and so we're going to continue to talk about the Squid Games. I must say that as an ENTJ, I seldom watch mini-series because I don't have the patience to follow through. So prior to getting acquainted even with the Squid Games, a lot of my friends have been encouraging me to watch. In fact, I was quite ignorant. I thought it was a movie. I do not even know that it's a Netflix series. So this is how bad it is. But after latching on the craze, I realized that the Squid Games deserve to be really very popular today. So in this episode, I'm going to give my personal take and input on the Squid Games as an ENTJ. The Squid Games is so immensely successful not by chance. First, the cast is stellar and the cast is super talented. Korea actually always has this ability to showcase emotions really well, and the cinematography is good. Well, of course, the set that you can see in the mini-series is really stunning and aesthetically very appealing. But one problem that I have with it is that it looks too clean. Given that the games has been running for 30 over years, I would expect that the set may look a little bit run down. However, it is also possible that the rich people keep pumping in the money so that they can rebuild the set every year. But that doesn't make a lot of sense, but possible. So I'll accept that. One other thing that I really like about the Squid Games is that it is laden with a lot of surprises here and there. The script is complex but not complicated. So as the story unfolds, you get more and more surprises and it really intrigues the audience. So this is one of the reasons why I think it is so popular and successful. So you not only get surprises in terms of plot, you also get surprises in the end with the cast. Overall, the entire series is very well scripted, excellently casted, and it is very relatable. So initially, some of my friends have been telling me, go watch it. I said, why should I watch this kind of a show? It's about some people who are in the lower society trying to win the games. I thought it's something like a Hunger Games again. But apparently it is not. It's much deeper and much more philosophical than that, which is something that I think would really appeal to the ENTJ or the NTJs, or just an NT type. Denied. So as you delve deeper into the show, you realize that it's not only about the killing, it's not only about the massacre, it's about humanity. So the characters have got depth. So what I really like about the show is that most of the characters, even the antagonist, shows depth. So every human being in our real life is not completely white or completely black. So every single individual do have a good side and a bad side. And it clearly shows in the mini-series. So to that effect, I really like the show because I know that inherently, as an individual, I am also part evil, part angelic. So talking about characters, my favorite character as an ENTJ is player 218 Sang-woo. What about you? So personally, I think that NT types, especially NTJs, may be really attracted to player number 218. Despite the fact that he may not be an entirely good character, I think he's very real, and I think his actions are really understandable. Curiously, many people would type Sang-woo as an INTJ. So personally, as an ENTJ, I really like INTJs. So if Sang-woo is an INTJ, then I think it really explains why I am so attracted to this individual or this character in the mini-series. So viewers, I would really like to hear from you which is your favorite character and why. Comment below. Okay, two very important themes in this series is that of morality and equality. Let's first talk about morality. Is the human being inherently a moral individual? So let's first talk about morality. Is the human being inherently a moral being? Before we continue on with the discussion, I would like to say that every movie is up to our personal interpretation. So as an ENTJ, as a judger, I really want to interpret the entire show the way that I want to see it. So my take on morality in this show is that morality exists because the human being has conscience. However, in the face of death, you will not have any more morals. And that brings us to the point of equality. So very curiously, the games was designed to give all these desperate poor people an equal chance of making it out with a huge sum of money. So technically, they are all given an equal chance. However, if you look deeply, the chance is not equal. In a curious way, the games are not entirely fair. However, if you look at the society itself, this is a real replica of what really happens in our world today. So even though the show is set in an island, the entire feeling is so real, it's almost as if you are seeing a society on its own. Personally, as an ENTJ, I am very skeptical about morality. I don't think that human beings are naturally very moral, even though I am very happy to say that FE users contribute to most of the morality of the human being. Now let's come back to equality. It's very curious to note that even the rich and the extremely poor, they have one similarity, and that is they are all not happy. So in that regard, they are both equal. All of us may lead a very miserable life. Maybe that's what the show is hinting. So fringe characters aside, so don't care about Ji-hoon's daughter or his ex-wife, the character that seems to be the most likely to be happy is actually the salesman. Every other character has their own sad life stories. They are not entirely happy. So if you look at it that way, we are all equal, despite the fact that we are unequal. One element that you see very commonly in this series is that of death. And I really like this concept of death because only in the eyes of death is everyone equal. When death has to come, death doesn't care whether you are young, you are old, whether you are weak or strong. So all of us can have different status, we can have different income level, but we are equal in the eyes of death. So every other societal element such as justice can be manipulated, can be twisted to be unfair, but I think the underlying theme of death is very important because it shows that there is some form of fairness despite the fact that we are all on unequal grounds. So which is why when the players die, they all go in the same type of a coffin. Same. So that is something to ponder about. So of course this is only from my personal point of view. I would really like to know, fellow ENTJs and viewers of other MBTI types, what do you really feel? Is the show actually trying to portray or trying to convey? So as an ENTJ, I think one of the problems is that we really like to intellectualize everything. So I tried to intellectualize this series. So what do you think? Okay, if you just happen to chance upon this channel because you are trying to do research on the Squid Games, we are an MBTI channel, and so do consider subscribing to our channel so that you can get more fun stuff like this. Okay, I am going to sign off now and I'll see you in our next episode. Bye bye.